Hello, today we're going to disassemble Toshiba. It's a satellite L670. The laptop have a BIOS problem, so I gotta remove the chips and flash the BIOS. And since I gotta open it, I decided to make a video. Hope it's helpful for someone. The first thing, of course, we have to remove the battery. We have to take down the cover. Behind is the hard drive and the RAM memory. Just slide the hard drive back and remove it. All the screws in the back of the laptop are the same, except the three screws underneath the battery. They are quite different, so you can't get them wrong when you assemble the laptop. So we're gonna start removing all the screws. Now we're gonna turn the laptop around. Now the first thing we gotta do, we have to take down the cover above the keyboard. I always start someplace in the middle because the plastic is more flexible. Just lift it like this and it's out. We have to remove the four screws which are holding the keyboard. Just lift the keyboard and disconnect the cable like this. After that, we have a few screws underneath the keyboard. We have to remove them also to lift the whole plastic. Before we proceed, we have to disconnect the power button here and the touchpad cable. After that, just start someplace in the middle with something sharp and just separate both plastic like this. It's all out. First thing, we have to disconnect all the cables from the board, starting from the Wi-Fi, the LCD cable. Here we have a cable for the optical drive, the cable for the right USBs, the speakers here. The connector is very fragile, so be careful with this one. We're gonna disconnect the cable for the lights of the laptop. Like this. Uh, we have to disconnect also the cable for the fan. Now the whole board is held by one screw in here, right above the Wi-Fi module. But to be easier for you to take out the board, remove the two screws on the fan and remove the fan first, because it will block the way to lift the board, because we have a VGA connector here which is held by the plastic, and there's a slight chance for you to break the plastic. So just take down the fan and lift the whole board slightly like this. The connector for the power jack is soldered on the board, so you have to take down also the power jack. Basically, that's the whole procedure. If you want to clean your laptop, the only thing you gotta do now, remove the 4 screws for the CPU and the 3 screws for the VGA. This one is with a Radeon card, so it's got a separate VGA chip. Both and the VGA and the chipset, they're with the thermal pads. They don't have a thermal paste, so it's a good idea when you replace to follow that thing. Just replace the thermal paste on the CPU, and if the pads are bad, just replace them with other thermal pads with the same thickness. Don't put a thermal paste in the place of the thermal pads. So basically that's the whole procedure. After that, just reassemble on the reverse, and basically that's the whole thing. I hope you like the video. Like and subscribe if you do. Bye bye for now.